Yusei Kikuchi just broke an Astros record in his first start? I'll tell you what franchise record he broke and more about the Astros live after the deadline in this video. Well guys, it's Baseball D and I'm back. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like this type of content. But the Astros have dominated after the trade deadline. A lot of news coming in. I was just in Arlington for the Astros and the Rangers Silver Boot Series. The Astros pulled through with another dub. But Yusei Kikuchi on the mound, on the game I went to. You know, at first, it's something that you don't like to see guys go. Yusei Kikuchi has completely turned my head around. Not on Dana Brown. Dana Brown, for me, is still not my favorite person. But Yusei Kikuchi, you know, looks pretty good. He looks like a guy who you could use to go and finish the season. Finish the season off with. But then again, the Astros don't look like they're going to go back and just re-sign Yusei Kikuchi. So Dana Brown, maybe he made a great move for this season, but for the future, still not a great move. But Astros, Yusei Kikuchi, he is dialed in 8 consecutive strikeouts against the Tampa Bay Rays in his first start as a Houston Astro. Sorry for not being on top of the content recently. Had a lot of things going on. But the Astros dialed in right now. So the Astros, of course, the Tampa Bay series, they're locked into that. And then the other series that, I think was great for the Astros is going to be the Texas Rangers series. So the Astros in Houston against Tampa Bay, they did wonders, of course. Yusei Kikuchi giving up 2 home runs, or giving up a walk and then a home run to the first 2 batters in the ballgame. That'd be the only damage done against Yusei Kikuchi in his 5 2/3 in his first start as a Houston Astro. In his second start as a Houston Astro, Yusei Kikuchi goes out for the last time the Texas Rangers and the Houston Astros will see this year in the regular season for 2024. And what does he do? He is dialed in. Dialed in. Goes out there. From my seat in Arlington, got to see him warm up. Got to see him go out there. He was dialed in. Of course, Victor Caratini was behind the plate on that game, which to me was kind of shocking. But Yusei Kikuchi breaks the Astros' consecutive strikeout record. He had 8 consecutive strikeouts. It was broken up by a walk and then struck out the next guy. So the last 9 outs of that span, I believe it was between the 4th and the 6th inning, all 9 outs were strikeouts. Yusei Kikuchi was dialed in. Of course, he went 5 2/3, I believe. Real good in that ball game. And as an Astros fan, you have to like it. But the Astros, of course, gave up Joey Loperfido, who's not doing the greatest. Jake Bloss, who we haven't heard much from, and Will Wagner, who we haven't heard much of. You've heard a lot from Yusei Kikuchi. So as of now, it looks like the Blue Jays lost the trade this season, but the Blue Jays don't look like they're in the running for the postseason. They look like they're stacking up for next season or seasons to come. The Astros doing the complete opposite. That's what you saw from the Houston Astros. For many years in this organization, that was the plan. Grab players for the future. Have your 3 solid guys. Alex Bregman, George Springer, Carlos Correa, Jose Altuve. And then George Springer and Carlos Correa go. And then Yordan Alvarez enters the picture. Kyle Tucker enters the picture. All these guys kind of in that picture now. A great starting pitching. And then 2024 just went down a hill. It looks like Lance Berkman trying to get up Taos Hill in center field. You cannot get up that with not tripping or falling and then having to get back up and go get that baseball. It was horrid at the beginning of the season for the Astros. And the Astros' whole starting rotation that you originally thought was going to go into this year is basically injured. It is a tragic start to the season for the Astros, and then the Astros find their light. You go in to the All-Star break, you're looking good. You come out of the All-Star break, you're looking even better. And of course, I had my doubts with the Yusei Kikuchi trade. That wasn't a good trade to me, and it still isn't a good trade to me. But Yusei Kikuchi is trying to flip the switch here in Houston. Now, one guy ain't gonna do it, but it's looking like he could have a major impact. Robert Valdez, Yusei Kikuchi, and Hunter Brown. Hopefully, we can get back Justin Verlander. Today, he made a start in Sugarland. You can get Justin Verlander back. You got 3 great pitchers going into the rest of the season. And that's exactly what you want if you're the Houston Astros. So the Astros, doing that, of course, Joey Loberfito, Will Wagner, and Jake Bloss. You haven't heard much from. Caleb Ferguson, he came from a Yankees uniform to an Astros uniform and is keeping up the name of worst pitcher in the bullpen. To recap my trip in Arlington, the game I went to in the Astros, it was a wonderful game. The Astros making a few errors there, a few errors here, and Taylor Scott was not Taylor Scott that ball game. That was pretty sad to see. Would have loved to watch Taylor Scott go out and dominate. That was the first time I would be able to see Taylor Scott. Every other time he did not pitch when I went to see him in Minute Maid Park. And in his first appearance that I've got to witness, he did not work his wonders. I mean, he had like a sub-2 ERA, and that ERA probably now at 2 after that. He only gave up 1 run, but he was just getting hit and hit and hit. Then I had to bring in Brian Abreu to go in and shut off that inning. Abreu went another inning, and then it went to Ryan Presley, and then, of course, Josh Hader, who ended the ball game with a pop-up to Jose Altuve, who put it away. It was fun going out to go out to another ballpark, because, I'd gone to Anaheim last year, and Anaheim, there's no fans in the stands, so you don't hear those chirps, those boos that you hear at Arlington, or that you would hear in the Yankee Stadium, and, probably Boston and other places where you're going to hear those chirping. So that was the first time I actually got to hear the chirping. I mean, when they announced the lineup up on the scoreboard, I'm pretty sure the scoreboard operator allowed like 10 seconds for the fans to boo. I think that's just a tradition they have when the Astros come into town. But every man was getting booed. Jose Altuve was coming up. He was getting booed. I mean, everybody was getting booed. But it was fun because, we got to boo them back. And the best part is we get to keep the silver boot. Hopefully for another 10 years. And so on of that. It's not looking great. The Astros doing wonders in this Boston series that they are currently in. And for those who want the recaps back, I'm trying to get those out. My plan for this channel is to do more stuff like this. So remember, leave a like and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell if you want to see more content like this. Shout out to everybody who subscribed. I know I'm sitting about 30 subscribers now, so I got to thank all those 30 legends for subscribing. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got here. This is Baseball D. Go Astros, go Texans. Baseball D, signing off.
Big number 99 coming to play. Grounded towards Bregman's left. He gloves it to Altuve for one. The turn. It's a double play. Frober's best friend as he rolls up a